Hi again, this is Eric, author of Gutter Spread Guide to Prayer, out through Autumn House Press. This is the second in a video series we're doing to celebrate National Poetry Month. Today I thought I would explain a little bit about Lectio Divina. As I said, it's a monastic tradition to approaching sacred texts, and in this book I use it to approach comic books. I first found out about the series, or the method rather, through a podcast called Harry Potter and the Sacred Text, in which two, at the time, Divinity students read through Harry Potter chapter by chapter through a theme and try to see what lessons the texts are teaching us if we go through them very methodically and as if they will present answers to us, because that's how we approach sacred texts in general. And I like that approach because through the podcast, I expected to be pretty hokey, but it was around the time of the 2016 election that I started listening to it, and I just wanted to lose faith in the world. And using this approach, not just to Harry Potter, but sort of all the texts in my life, and I use the word text pretty broadly, renewed a sense of hope and faith and lessons that I could learn from it. And so Lectio Divina is broken into 4 sections. I've loosely adapted it. So the first section is a more or less just a literal summation of what I'm reading. The second one is a sort of reinterpretation of it, sort of digesting it for what it means to me. The third section is a very personal plea to a sort of spiritual entity, which I have not defined here. And then the fourth and final section is of lyric meditation on sort of where this has led us overall. So today's Lectio Divina is from the comic book Saga, which is one of my favorite comic books of all time. It's sort of a space opera about a mixed race family trying to escape various factions in a war. And if you need something to sort of escape into, it's one of the most romantic and heartbreaking and moving things that I've ever read in my life. So with that sort of build up, here is a poem. Lectio Divina, Hektor the Assassin, Saga, issue number 9. Oh, you gonna kill us all with your faggy laser sword? Dazzling glitter stick, overwintered lily swish, flaming red wet dream, here's my heart, my softest parts. I wish men who called me faggot in a truck whizzing by or with fists bearing rocks knew of the men terrified of a life loving a man like me. Or do I mean that the other way around? I don't mean coffin, I don't mean escape, more like stars flamboyant in the black mouth of night.